Imagine pouring all your energy into trying to win someone's respect, only to find it slipping away despite your best efforts. Many people mistakenly believe that kindness, extravagant gifts, and constant attention are the keys to earning admiration. But here's an important truth. This approach not only fails to achieve your goal, but it can also lead to emotional exhaustion. In this video, we're going to address this common misconception head-on with a blend of Stoic philosophy and practical advice. We'll explore how to stop being disrespected and make someone realize their mistake, all while staying true to yourself and maintaining your dignity. It's not about playing games or seeking revenge. It's about reclaiming your self-respect and setting clear boundaries. Prepare to challenge the norms and discover how to take control of your situation. This approach is not for the faint-hearted. It's for those ready to embrace a Stoic mindset and transform their interactions. If you're ready to regain your power and demand the respect you deserve, hit the like button, subscribe, and join us as we explore the path to restoring your self-worth. Let's begin. 1. The well has been depleted. Let's not sugarcoat it. Here's the hard truth. You are the one responsible for the way this person has come to disrespect you. How? By putting them on a pedestal, showering them with gifts, offering endless attention, and making promises without substance. You may have convinced yourself that these actions would somehow regain the respect that has long since been lost. But the truth is, this approach is not only misguided, it's also doomed to fail. Each time you spend your hard-earned money catering to someone's whims, each time you bend over backward to please them, you're sending a message. You're teaching them that they can manipulate you with minimal effort. You're showing that all they need to do is be a little distant or cold, and you'll come running to offer more. They've learned they can get what they want without giving much in return. From a Stoic perspective, this behavior is not just self-destructive, it's a surrender of your personal power and dignity. Stoicism teaches us to value self-respect and to understand that seeking validation from someone who doesn't value us is meaningless. Someone who expects to be bribed in exchange for respect isn't just playing games, they're manipulating you. As long as you feed into this dynamic, you're digging yourself deeper into a hole of emotional dependence. 2. The Stoic solution. So, how do you break free from this cycle? The answer lies in adopting a Stoic mindset. Stop. Just stop. Cease spending your time, money, and energy on someone who clearly does not appreciate you. By cutting off this supply, you remove their ability to manipulate you. When they realize their tactics no longer work, they'll be confused and unsure of how to proceed. They'll begin questioning why you're no longer reacting to their behavior. This is where the power dynamic shifts in your favor. A Stoic man understands the difference between genuine interest and interest fueled by material gain. He isn't easily fooled. You need to develop emotional insight and put it into practice immediately. Stop being the one who always provides, who always bends over backward for someone who has shown you contempt. By choosing not to continue down this path, you're not just protecting yourself from further disrespect, you're reclaiming your self-respect. If you keep trying to buy someone's respect and affection, you're setting yourself up for a life of constant disappointment. They'll continue treating you poorly, knowing they can get away with it, and the blame for that will lie squarely on your shoulders. 3. Displaying indifference. From an early age, we're taught that ignoring bad behavior and rewarding good behavior is key in all areas of life, whether it's training a pet or navigating human relationships. This principle holds true in romantic relationships as well, especially when someone begins to treat you poorly. Reflecting on Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes self-control, inner strength, and the power of your own mind, we see that when someone starts treating you disrespectfully, your instinct may be to chase after them. desperately trying to regain what you believe is slipping away. But this is where many make a critical mistake. Instead of reacting emotionally, a Stoic would advise you to practice indifference. Indifference doesn't mean ignoring someone entirely, but it means not giving in to emotional impulses. It's about maintaining control over your responses and refusing to be manipulated. This will not only make you feel more in control, but it will also show the other person that you value your own worth and will not tolerate disrespect. Imagine this. You're in a relationship, and the person you're dating starts belittling you, treating you with contempt. Your natural instinct might be to try even harder to win their approval, thinking that doing so will fix the relationship. However, this only reinforces their negative behavior. You're essentially telling them that no matter how they treat you, you'll always be there, seeking their validation. This is a major misstep in the eyes of a Stoic. Instead, embrace indifference, not just toward their disrespectful actions, but toward the person they're becoming in the relationship. By doing this, you force them to confront a reality they may not be prepared for: the loss of control. No one, especially someone used to being in the driver's seat, likes to be ignored. When you withdraw your attention, you create a powerful shift. They begin to see that their tactics, which may have been encouraged by friends or well-meaning advice, are failing. Their attempts to control or belittle you are pushing you further away, not drawing you closer. This is where the real transformation happens. The more you withhold your attention, the more control you regain over the situation. They start to realize that their behavior is not keeping you in check, but is, in fact, driving you away. This realization can be a powerful catalyst for change. They may begin to reassess their actions, not because they've suddenly developed a newfound respect, but because they recognize that losing you is a real possibility. If you want to make someone regret not respecting you, the strategy is simple yet profound. Stop giving your attention to those who don't deserve it. Show them through your actions that you are not someone to be taken for granted or controlled at their whim. When they see that they've lost your interest, they will undoubtedly regret their actions. Ultimately, it's up to them to demonstrate that they value you and respect you. If they don't, you will be perfectly content to move on, confident in your own worth. In this way, you embody the Stoic principles of self-respect, inner strength, and emotional control. You refuse to be manipulated or disrespected, and in doing so, you not only regain your power, but also earn the respect you deserve. 2. Reclaim your personal power. When someone disrespects you or dismisses your feelings, it may feel like their opinion is the final word on your worth. But in reality, what's happening is that you're unknowingly surrendering your personal power to them. This is more significant than it might seem. You are allowing them to dictate your emotions, your decisions, and ultimately, your life. In Stoicism, this is the exact opposite of what we strive for. Stoic philosophy teaches us to maintain control over our own minds and actions, no matter the external circumstances. The pivotal moment comes when you make the crucial decision to take back what has always been yours, your power over your own life. In Stoicism, this is the exact opposite of what we strive for. Stoic philosophy teaches us to maintain control over our own minds and actions, no matter the external circumstances. The pivotal moment comes when you make the crucial decision to take back what has always been yours, your power over your own life. This starts with understanding a core Stoic belief. No one has the right to undermine your dignity or treat you as if you're unworthy of respect. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, reminds us that we have control over our minds, not outside events. Once you internalize this, you recognize that their disrespect is merely an external event, one that has no bearing on your true worth unless you allow it to. To reclaim your personal power, you must reevaluate your priorities and establish firm boundaries. Do not let anyone's disregard for you dictate your actions or decisions. You have nothing to prove, especially not to someone who fails to see your value. The key here is to remember your own intrinsic worth, something that is not dependent on the opinions of others, but is rooted deeply in who you are. As Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This isn't about being rude or seeking revenge. Stoicism teaches us to rise above such pettiness. Instead, it's about taking control of your life and refusing to settle for anything less than you deserve. By focusing on your own growth and well-being, you gain a clearer perspective and understand that your worth is not defined by anyone else, but by the standards you set for yourself. Once you reclaim your personal power, their opinion loses its grip on you. Here's the irony: it's at this very moment that they may start to realize what they've lost. The control they once held over you disappears, leaving them to confront the reality that they no longer have the influence they once took for granted. Here's the crucial point: when you reclaim your personal power, you begin to attract people who truly respect and value you for who you are. People who don't need to belittle others to feel important. This is the path to true emotional freedom and the foundation of healthy relationships built on mutual respect. So, take the necessary steps. Regain control of your life, rediscover your self-worth, and stand firm in the knowledge that you deserve respect, not just from others, but from yourself as well. Your self-worth and move on. Reclaim your self-worth and move on from those who failed to give you the respect you deserve. By doing so, you'll realize that you are always the most important person in your own story. With your personal power restored, you will naturally draw in the respect and admiration that was always rightfully yours. Remember the words of Seneca: "No one can put a chain around your neck without your permission." If you've made it this far and found this video valuable, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below saying, "Reclaim my power," to let us know how this content has resonated with you. Your feedback means a lot and helps us create even more helpful content. Thanks for your support. Now let's continue. Move on. Here's a truth rooted deeply in Stoic wisdom. If someone disrespects you, it often stems from their belief that they hold power over your emotions. They sense your dependency and your willingness to bend to their will, and they use it to their advantage. This is where you must take responsibility for allowing such a dynamic to persist. In Stoicism, we learn that control over our own minds and actions is paramount. You cannot change how someone else behaves, but you can decide how you respond. To break free from this cycle of disrespect, you must show both them and yourself that you are not bound by their whims. You have choices that you are not afraid to exercise. Too often, people become emotionally dependent on someone else, always available, always waiting, which only reinforces the belief that they can treat you however they please. The Stoic response to this situation is to stand firm in your values. Make it clear that you are looking for a relationship built on mutual respect, not manipulation. If they choose to play games or engage in behavior that undermines your self-worth, let them go without hesitation. Redirect your energy toward finding someone who aligns with your principles and who values you for who you are. This decision is not about playing mind games. It's about reclaiming your power and setting boundaries that reflect your self-respect. By walking away from a toxic situation, you send a strong message. You know your worth, and you will not settle for less. If they truly care for you, they will realize that their disrespectful behavior is pushing you away and that you are prepared to move on to someone who truly values you. Imagine a scenario where you calmly and confidently tell them that you won't tolerate being treated as an afterthought. You explain that you're serious about finding a meaningful connection, and if they aren't willing to offer the respect you require, you're ready to walk away. This is a powerful moment, a shift in the balance. No longer are you the one begging for their attention. Now, they see that you are a person who stands firm in your principles, a person who refuses to be emotionally manipulated. This shift in dynamic often leads to regret. Once they understand that you won't be controlled or disrespected, they may begin to see the true value of what they are losing. The respect they withheld now becomes something they realize they must earn. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about demonstrating that you honor yourself too much to allow anyone to treat you poorly. Remember, the most important person in this equation is you. You deserve to be with someone who appreciates and values you, not someone who dismisses your worth. Moving on is not just an act of self-preservation, it's a declaration of your commitment to living according to your own standards. Don't look back, because your future holds the possibility of a relationship that truly honors who you are. 5. Embrace the power of letting go. This step might be the toughest, but it's also the most liberating. Don't hesitate to let them go. In Stoicism, we learn that the things outside our control should not dictate our inner peace. Often the disdain and disrespect you're experiencing are clear signals that the relationship has reached its end, and continuing to hold on will only bring more pain and distress. The fear of loss or loneliness can cloud your judgment, making it difficult to see the reality before you. Letting go isn't about surrendering or showing weakness. On the contrary, it's a profound act of strength and self-respect. It demonstrates that you understand your own worth, that you deserve better, and that you are worthy of respect and honor. If they are unwilling to give you that, it's time to let go. The hesitation to do so often comes from an inner fear, an anxiety that you won't find someone better or that you'll remain alone forever. But the truth is, by letting go, you create space for new connections with people who genuinely appreciate and respect you for who you are, not just for what you can provide. Consider this. When you finally let go, releasing the fear that has held you captive, that's often when the other person starts to realize what they've lost. They feel the void of your absence, and if there was any true value in the connection, they may begin to see that they were wrong. Genuine feelings and letting go. When you finally let go, you may notice that she starts to regret her actions, especially if there was any genuine feeling left in the relationship. However, the act of letting go is not about making her regret losing you. It's about reclaiming your own well-being. It's about freeing yourself from a situation that drains your energy and hinders your happiness. In Stoicism, we are taught to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. By letting go, you regain control over your life and emotions. You are no longer held hostage by the actions or attitudes of another person. This is not just about walking away, it's about walking toward a better version of yourself. So, don't let fear hold you back. Letting go could mark the beginning of a new, more fulfilling chapter in your life. Have the courage to release what no longer serves you, and you'll find that life will bring you something far better. Most importantly, remember, you're never truly alone. By releasing what's not right for you, you're opening the door to new possibilities, fresh connections, and a life where you're valued for who you truly are. In the end, the greatest power lies not in making her regret losing you, but in finding the strength to move forward with dignity and self-respect. 6. Cultivate a life beyond the relationship. One of the gravest mistakes many men fall into is centering their entire life around a relationship, especially when faced with disrespect or disdain from a partner. The instinct might tell you to double down on your efforts to save the relationship, thinking that if you sacrifice enough, show enough dedication, or prove your worth, you can win back her affection and respect. But this mindset is a dangerous trap, one that the Stoics would urge you to avoid at all costs. According to Stoic wisdom, the key to living a fulfilling life is to focus on what is within your control and let go of what is not. By making the relationship the axis around which your entire existence revolves, you are surrendering your power to someone who no longer values it. This act of self-abandonment is seen as a weakness, not just by her, but more importantly by yourself. It erodes your sense of self-worth and reinforces the negative dynamic that's already in play. Consider this example. You're a skilled craftsman capable of creating beautiful things. Instead of honing your craft and building something meaningful, you spend all your energy trying to repair a broken tool that no longer serves its purpose. The more time you spend on it, the less time you have to create something new and valuable. The same applies to a relationship that has become a source of pain and disrespect. The more you pour into it, the more you neglect your own growth and potential. The Stoic approach, therefore, is to redirect your energy toward enriching your own life beyond the confines of this troubled relationship. Focus on your personal development, whether it's advancing your career, pursuing your passions, or engaging in hobbies that bring you joy. Strengthen your existing friendships, make new connections, and seek out experiences that broaden your horizons. By doing so, you demonstrate that your happiness and fulfillment are not dependent on anyone else's approval. This shift in focus not only helps you restore your self-esteem, but also sends a powerful message. You are not a man who begs for respect. You are a man who commands it. By living a life of purpose and integrity, you build a strong foundation that requires no external validation. When she sees that you are no longer playing the role of a desperate lover, clinging to a relationship that doesn't serve you, the dynamic will begin to shift. She may start to question her own behavior and regret the way she has treated you. But here's the most important part. The true victory lies not in her regret, but in your own transformation. By cultivating a life that is rich and fulfilling, independent of any relationship, you regain the clarity and strength to see what truly matters. You will be prepared to move forward with dignity, whether that means giving her another chance or walking away without a backward glance. Remember, the Stoics teach us that our true power lies within. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, your growth, your mindset, you free yourself from the chains of negativity and become someone who others naturally respect and admire. The best part? You'll never have to beg for anyone's respect again, because you've already earned it by living a life true to yourself. 7. Embrace complete detachment. One of the most powerful strategies against a partner's disregard is to embrace complete detachment, a principle deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. When we talk about detachment, we are not merely referring to acting indifferent. It means cultivating genuine emotional independence. This is not just a tactic, but a mindset, a shift in how you perceive yourself and the situation. Let's be honest. Detachment is not about withdrawing completely or acting cold, but rather about realizing that you do not need anyone's approval to validate your worth. By emotionally detaching from the outcome, you no longer give them the power to control your emotional state. You free yourself from the constant pressure of trying to fix the relationship. This gives you the space to evaluate what truly matters: your dignity, your happiness, and your future. Detachment allows you to step back and reassess the situation with clarity. You can then make decisions from a place of inner strength, not out of fear or desperation. It's about recognizing that you are whole and complete on your own, and that your happiness is not tied to anyone else's behavior or attitude. In conclusion, by embracing these Stoic principles, letting go, focusing on your own growth, and detaching emotionally from unhealthy dynamics, you regain control over your life. The power to transform your relationships and your self-respect lies within you. When you live authentically and with integrity, others will naturally be drawn to your strength and wisdom, and you will command the respect you deserve. If you found this content helpful, drop a comment below with "Reclaim my power" to let us know how this has resonated with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who could benefit from these insights. Thanks for your support, and remember, your power lies within you. Challenging, especially when emotions are involved. It's never easy, especially when emotions are involved. You might still have feelings for her, but here's the Stoic truth. Your happiness and peace of mind should not depend on her actions. Detachment is a tool that restores your control over your emotions and, consequently, over the situation itself. Imagine this: a woman who is used to manipulating your emotions, watching you chase after her whenever she withdraws. This gives her a sense of power, a belief that she holds sway over you. But when you adopt the Stoic stance of detachment, you break this cycle. The moment you stop allowing her actions to affect you, the dynamic shifts. She loses the influence she once had, and this, my friend, strikes a blow to her ego. Stoic detachment means you remain calm and composed, regardless of how she behaves. You no longer react to her provocations, and you certainly don't seek her validation or approval. You simply continue with your life as if her actions are of no consequence. This is where the real power of Stoic detachment lies. By showing that you are unfazed, you communicate that your sense of self-worth is independent of her opinions or actions. Consider the story of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who taught that we should focus only on what we can control, our thoughts and actions. By embodying this principle, you show her that her attempts to control or manipulate you are futile. She'll notice that she no longer holds the reins, and this will unsettle her. When a woman realizes that she no longer has the power to sway your emotions, she is forced to reconsider her actions. This newfound indifference on your part compels her to reflect on how she has treated you. She begins to understand that her lack of respect and her games could lead to losing you entirely, a loss she likely didn't anticipate. No one likes to lose something they once took for granted, especially when they realize its value too late. Maintaining this Stoic indifference is essential, not just for regaining your dignity, but for earning the respect you deserve. It shows her that you are not her emotional puppet, but a man who understands his value and refuses to be manipulated. When she truly grasps that she has lost you, she may find herself in a position she never expected, trying to win you back. So, stand firm in your detachment. Let your actions and your calm, unbothered demeanor speak louder than words. By doing so, you not only regain control, but also reinforce the respect you command in any relationship. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom applied to modern relationships. By mastering yourself, you master the situation. The power of self-respect. Let's be clear, the most profound way to make a woman regret not respecting you is by first cultivating and demonstrating unwavering self-respect. In the eyes of Stoicism, how others treat you is often a reflection of how you perceive and treat yourself. If you've allowed disrespect to creep into your relationship, it's crucial to recognize that this behavior not only speaks to her actions, but also reveals something about your own standards and self-worth. Stoicism teaches us that we control our reactions, not the actions of others. The key to regaining respect lies in how you choose to respond. When you elevate your self-respect, you set a standard, a line that others must meet if they want to remain in your life. This isn't about being arrogant or self-righteous. It's about understanding your intrinsic value and refusing to accept anything that diminishes it. Take the time to assess your boundaries. Are they clear and firm? Do they reflect the respect you hold for yourself? For example, if a woman consistently undermines or manipulates you, a stoic response would be to address this calmly and directly. You might say, "I value our relationship, but I also value myself. The way things are now doesn't align with the respect I have for myself." This simple yet powerful statement makes your expectations clear and puts the ball in her court. By upholding these standards, you not only command respect from others, but also reinforce your own self-worth. This often causes the woman to reconsider her behavior, realizing that she has crossed a line that you will not allow to be crossed again. She may start to see the strength in your resolve and, as a result, regret her actions. In the end, respect is a mutual exchange, but it must start with you. The moment you begin to respect yourself deeply is the moment others have no choice but to respect you too, or risk losing you altogether. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, standing firm in your values, remaining composed, and allowing others to come to terms with the standards you've set. 9. Prioritize yourself. We've reached the final point, the most challenging and pivotal decision you'll ever make in your journey to reclaim your dignity and self-respect. Prioritize yourself. This is the hardest part, as it requires you to step back and evaluate what truly matters. For many men, their worth is often tied up in their relationships, and it can be difficult to separate the two. But Stoicism teaches us that our value doesn't come from external validation or the behavior of others. True value lies in our ability to stand firm in our principles, regardless of the external circumstances. By prioritizing yourself, you reclaim the power and focus to create the life you want, independent of any relationship. You stop living for the approval of others, and instead, you invest in your own well-being, happiness, and growth. This doesn't mean abandoning the people you care about or being selfish. It means understanding that your mental and emotional health must come first. When you prioritize yourself, you naturally build a life that is fulfilling and rewarding, one where you don't have to beg for respect, affection, or validation. You become a man who is fully grounded in his own self-worth. So whether you choose to stay in the relationship or move on, the key is to prioritize your own well-being above all else. Don't sacrifice your peace of mind, your values, or your sense of self for anyone. When you prioritize yourself, you set a clear boundary that demands respect from the world around you. In conclusion, by applying these Stoic principles, detachment, self-respect, and prioritizing your own growth, you regain control of your life and your emotional landscape. You no longer rely on external validation, and you become a man who commands respect naturally. As you move forward with confidence and clarity, you'll find that you no longer need to seek respect. You'll have already earned it. If you found this content valuable, drop a comment below with "Reclaim My Power" to let us know how this message has resonated with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who could benefit from these insights. Thank you for your support, and remember, your greatest strength lies in living true to yourself. A final thought. As we conclude this journey, it's essential to understand that the true power in relationships comes not from changing the other person, but from changing yourself. By embracing the Stoic principles of self-governance, emotional control, and unwavering self-respect, you not only transform your interactions, but also reclaim your inner peace and strength. Remember, the most powerful thing you can do in any relationship, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, is to prioritize your own well-being. This isn't selfish. It's necessary for your growth, happiness, and long-term success. When you choose yourself, you are not only showing others your worth, but you are also teaching them how to treat you with the respect and dignity you deserve. The Stoic teachings remind us that we are the masters of our own fate. We cannot control others, but we can control how we respond to them. We cannot control whether others respect us, but we can choose to respect ourselves first. By focusing on what is within our control, our actions, thoughts, and well-being, we unlock a level of inner strength that allows us to live authentically, without the need for external validation. So take the lessons of Stoicism to heart and apply them daily. Build a life that reflects your values, prioritize your own happiness, and surround yourself with people who uplift and appreciate you for who you truly are. Thank you for joining us. If you've made it this far and found value in this video, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below saying, "Put myself first," to let us know how this message has resonated with you. Your feedback is invaluable, and it helps us create more content that empowers and uplifts others. If you haven't already, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your support enables us to reach a broader audience and spread the wisdom of Stoicism to those who need it most. Lastly, if you're looking to dive deeper into these teachings, be sure to check out the videos on the screen now. They're handpicked to help you continue your journey toward greater emotional freedom, self-respect, and fulfillment. Remember, the journey begins with you. Keep choosing yourself and watch your life transform. Further enhance your understanding and application of Stoic principles. To truly integrate Stoic wisdom into your everyday life, it takes more than just understanding the theory. It's about consistent practice and applying these timeless principles in your daily interactions. Every moment offers an opportunity to choose your responses, set boundaries, and prioritize your inner peace. By continuously refining your mindset and actions based on these teachings, you'll gain the resilience and clarity needed to navigate even the most challenging situations with grace and dignity. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, the journey towards genuine respect and self-worth starts with a single, powerful step: embracing your inherent value and standing firm in your principles. Stay empowered, stay stoic. If you found value in this content, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on future videos designed to help you strengthen your mind, elevate your relationships, and cultivate a life of purpose. Here's to living a life of dignity, respect, and unwavering self-worth. Embrace the Stoic path and trust that the strength you cultivate within will guide you through every challenge and lead you toward the respect you deserve. Until next time, take care, stay strong, and stay stoic.